Their chemistry is so tremendous, just the way they work together. Is there a way to speed up the process, or does that only come with time?
Yeah, I think obviously the veterans they have and the additions they've made have, complemented their guys as well. But it does take some years and time together, and you can't really expedite that process. But I think it's more the quality of players they have and how they built it. So gone through ups and downs over the years and some rough patches here and there and played through them, and you see what it got them last year.
So when teams put together superstars, but because of who they are, it can happen faster than, I don't know, it can happen fast?
The teams that put together superstars?
Yeah, okay,
definitely.
they're all new to each other, but...
Yeah, and that's going to take a little bit of time, but the talent level can obviously, make the process happen faster. I was with Brooklyn, and other than some injuries in the playoffs, we felt we would have had a great chance to win the championship, and so we had Harden, Durant, and Kyrie together with some complementary pieces, so took off pretty quick when we got them all together. Toe, ankle.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. The toe, obviously, with the ankles were the things, and Kyrie and James being hobbled with the hamstring.
Coming into tonight, how do you, keep Alperen Şengün's head kind of level going into a matchup against a guy who's referred to as his idol before?
Yeah, I think, and anytime you come to the NBA and play somebody you idolize, you kind of, whether starstruck or shell-shocked initially, but he's been there, done that, played this a few times, so, I don't think that's going to affect him anymore. And like I said, him growing into this role that we need him to grow into. He's had some success against guys recently, Sabonis and other guys have had success in the past against him, and so kind of been there, done that, and what we're looking for him to do and the growth of our team. Obviously, he needs to look at it like another matchup, not somebody he's looking up to.
On the possession before the last Ingram miss, he got a clean look from three. It looked like a mix-up between Albie and Dillon, and it was similar to one that Curry had a couple weeks ago. How do you want that defended?
We were in our coverage where Dillon should have stayed with him. We do have some verbal calls on the court that Alperen can call the switch late, and I'm not sure if they talked that out, but for the most part, we want to keep our matchups on our matchups in the game. The same thing in that play you talked about with Curry. Jay Sean was chasing and pursuing, and like I said from the get-go, we put a lot of onus on our guards and wings to chase, contest, and pursue those guards over, unless it's called off. And so, for the most part, we're going to put it on the guards to continue to chase those guys, and so that was a little mix-up there that we got lucky on.
Is that just to be expected when you have guys playing together for the first time? Those kind of mix-ups?
No, I think those are, that late in the game, and what we had been doing previous plays before that, guarding it well and guarding it a specific way. So, you don't expect that. You don't want that or hope for that late in the game.
Within the half-court offense, are you pleased with how quick decisions are being made, how quick the ball is moving?
Yeah, we want to play fast, obviously, transition early offense, but when you talk about pace, it's not only just getting out and running, it's playing with pace in the half-court as well. And so, we preach quick decisions, shoot it, catch it, or keep drive it, or pass it. And so, with our guys, we don't want ball stoppers, teams that hold and are easiest to guard, and we understand how it works for us on that end. So, for everybody, we encourage that. Take the shot if you have it, but also make a play for your teammate. And I think they've grown a ton in that area so far.
Did Jeff Green get to run a film session or something going into the matchup against the Nuggets, having been such a big part of this team last year, and kind of maybe knowing some of the inner workings of how they want to do things? How much do you maybe lean on him to, for some secrets about how they might do some stuff?
Yeah, we did quite a bit. We talk personnel by matchups every time we face a new opponent, and so everybody talks about their matchup, and guys can chime in on teammates they've had or guys they've crossed paths with. And so he's obviously coming from there, and had a lot to say about each guy, on top of what the guys already mentioned about him.
Thanks, Coach.
Can I get back to that first thing? Did it come together fast in Brooklyn? And if it did, how? How did it happen quickly?
Yeah, it came together very quickly. We had two tremendous scorers already, and James was a very good complement to Kyrie and KD. Kind of put them in their natural scoring positions and had somebody that could run the pick and roll with Claxton. Some of the guys we had added LaMarcus Aldridge to the mix, so it was a veteran-laden group. But I think it's as much as the pieces complement each other. So you look at Phoenix that added three guys that are kind of similar. I think Brooklyn, for instance, had a lot of different different guys, different type of players, and so put that talent together doesn't take long.
Coach, my name is Scott Harrison. I'm one of the broadcasters for the Vipers, and I want to welcome you to the organization.
Thank you.
And also, we can see that Whitmore had 25 points, 38 for Samuels, a triple-double for Hinton. You have to be pretty pleased, I guess, with the guys' performance over the weekend.
Yeah, we were obviously watching those guys closely, and I've had them for a ton of time now, going back to summer league and all the mini camps and open gym, and obviously early in the season. And so, not necessarily a surprise. They're very talented, and they do have some camaraderie and time together. Going back to summer league, and so we know how talented our group is in Rio Grande, and watch those guys closely, and are looking for their growth and development.
Will they be down there for a while, or are they going to go back and forth?
It depends on needs here. Obviously, we have a deep team here, and Tari's getting back in the mix, and so that takes some opportunity away. But for Cam, we planned the 3 games in the next week, and then we'll have our 4 days off, and they don't play for a week, and so he'll come back before we head out west.
Kind of on that similar line of thinking, what's the current kind of goals or objectives with Nate Williams and him still being with the team instead of being with the Vipers?
For Nate, he did some really good things in training camp, and obviously he's a guy who probably has a little more NBA experience. Finished the year with Portland and played very well in those last 5 or 6 games. Averaged over 10 a game, and so has had a ton of success in the G League last year. Finished the year with Portland, like I mentioned, and then has stood out with our guys. And so, anytime he gets in the game, he's very productive. But like I said, it's a logjam with the minutes, and just for him, like I said, he had the experience. We wanted Cam to get down there and actually get the reps that Nate has previously had.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.